everyone, and we are live. Welcome to the Redbird Redzone podcast. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing. Joining me today, I've got my two lovely co-hosts. Why don't you two introduce yourselves?
Hey. My name is Jared McCauley, a.k.a. Mac, and you can follow me on Twitter at AZSportsFien. That's F-I-E-N.
Jackie, you can find me on Twitter at JSanDiego. That is 2 O's. I am alive. I had to watch this game in the hospital because my gallbladder tried to kill me.
Oh, fuck. You good?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah, I'm gonna need gallbladder. I need to have my gallbladder removed. Luckily, I didn't have to go into emergency surgery. It's had a little infection. I'm able to just keep it at bay with some meds. So I don't remember a whole lot about this game, to be honest with you. So I was on a little bit of morphine.
Well, what are you drinking tonight? What are you sipping on tonight?
I just got a Miller Lite. I got to keep it light.
Hey, so do I. I. Look at us. Y'all cracking it. Look at you cracking it here.
Yep.
Ooh,
I love that sound.
There we go. So we can get it started. Thank you guys for joining us here. Thankfully, we're talking about a Cardinals pretty decisive 27-17 win. Unfortunately, Kyle Murray couldn't go, but fortunately, we have Colt McCoy as our backup. What did you guys think about Colt on Sunday?
A pretty steady performance. I mean, he made certain plays that Kyler doesn't make. I'm not in the brigade of, get Colt on the field permanently, get Kyler out of here, but I think he had a solid game.
Yeah, he did exactly what you want your backup quarterback to do, and that is come in when your quarterback is unavailable and win a game. And he did an admirable job. But no, Colt McCoy is not going to be the starter going forward. Colt McCoy has been in the league for 12 years, has had more than enough opportunities to prove he can be a franchise guy somewhere else. Hasn't proved that. But, give credit where credit's due, man. He played a hell of a game.
Yeah, I mean, the job of a backup quarterback is not to usurp the starter. It's to come in, surprise a team that doesn't have tape, and just generally kick some ass. And he did that.
Yeah, and he took care of the ball, which is pretty much the number one thing as a backup quarterback. You want to game manage, you want to take care of the ball, and that's what he did. It didn't solve all the offensive issues. He threw for 238 yards. Over 80% of those yards went to D-Hop or Rondell Moore. So, I mean, he eyed his guys, and he got rid of it quick. He had a 2.13 release, seconds per drop back to release the ball. The quickest Kyler had this season was 2.35. And that's the benefit of being a backup quarterback. You get to sit back there. You know how bad the offensive line is in front of you heading into that game. You know you're going up against Aaron Donald. He had a game plan, and he stuck to it. And, and if he needs to go Monday night, I think we'll all have confidence in him. But hopefully we'll be able to get Kyler out there. And it sounds like Hollywood Brown is right around the corner. That's some exciting news.
So here's the question I have. I have a fantasy predicament. Should I pick up Colt McCoy for this week's upcoming game, or should I test the market?
What do you mean test the market?
Well, there's a couple of guys on the waiver wire who are available, but it's not exactly pretty.
Is your QB on bye?
Well, my QB is Kyler Murray, and I'm hearing that he might not be playing. So...
Yeah, I mean, I ran Colt out there in a 2-quarterback league last week. I had Mariota on bye, I believe, or who did I have? No, Burrow on bye, so I had to start Mariota and him. I mean, it is what it is. The Rams definitely. Yeah, and then now the 49ers are going to have a little bit of game plan on him, some film on him. So I think that could go either way. There might be some better options, though, going up against this 49ers defense. Because over the last 2 weeks, the 49ers defense has given up a total of 238 yards to the Chargers, 223 yards before their bye against the Rams. So they're coming in kind of on a hot streak, 471 yards, my math is correct, over the last 2 games. So if there's another choice out there, probably go that route. But what we did see against the Rams is the Cardinals pound the ball with the James Conner. He had a season high in rushing attempts with over 20. He had 69 rushing yards, 2 TDs, and then out of the blue, I know Bob's head is about to burst right here. We release Eno Benjamin. What do you guys think about that? What's the latest news that you
Fucking
guys have heard?
terrible move. Oh my god, I cannot get over what a stupid fucking move this was. I mean, there has been nothing to indicate that anything that happened regarding him was severe enough to have released him. He got in a spat over minutes. Kime is a pussy ass bitch, and he needs to be out of the fucking door.
What do you think, Jackie?
This I was on board with Will. Absolutely, my first initial reaction because Eno has definitely earned his spot, and he's really thrived in this offense. And I thought it's going to be another like great tandem with Eno and Connor. We don't miss Chase Edmonds at all. And then out of the blue, he's gone. And I don't know if you guys follow Jalen Strong, former ASU wide receiver, on Twitter, but he's a big ASU guy, so he keeps in touch with his ASU guys, and he said there's a reason why the Cardinals were valid with their reason. So I don't know if it's really just minutes or what have you.
Supposedly there was a fight. We don't know the extent of it, but
there was some kind of spat there. So, but if Jalen Strong is very opinionated, and especially he's always in the corner of the players. So for him to say he can understand the reasoning behind it,
something must have happened. Yeah,
it's probably something. I just feel like right now James Conner is playing well, but yes, given his injury history, it might come back to haunt us for sure. But we might miss. He looked to be very promising, but good luck in Houston. Hopefully this doesn't destroy our season.
And our guy, the Cardinal World Joe, thank you for joining us. So eloquently put it on Twitter that the Houston Texans, the first team in the waiver wire order, put in the bid for him, which is, it is noteworthy. I do believe that. The first team that gets a crack at him, they want him. And it seemed like the other 4 teams, I believe, 3 or 4 teams that put a waiver on him were all teams that the Cardinals have played this year. I believe it was the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Seahawks. And Eno's gotten a little bit of run in each of those games, so they've seen him. And we saw in Hard Knocks. I don't know. Did you guys watch Hard Knocks last week?
I did.
Yeah, and we saw at the end of Hard Knocks, Cliff going pretty heavy into, stick as a team. We got to do this as a team. We got into this as one. We're going to get out of this as one. So, considering we do not know what Eno Benjamin said and how he went off, if you're looking at it from a team perspective, it is somewhat selfish. He's going to get his reps throughout the rest of this season. You keep your mouth quiet. And I know he's been here 3 years. He's probably a little exhausted, but hate to break it to you, you're not going to get too many more reps over Dameon Pierce in Houston. So we don't know what went down exactly. Egregious and insubordinate. You have to kind of make a point. And Matt LaFleur, we saw this with the Packers this week. I believe they released 2 third-round picks. And we're looking at Eno over here wondering what's going on. And he said basically something similar to the fact as these guys weren't sticking to the plan. This is a team. This is one goal. There's, no I and we. And it's kind of, the feeling I get here. And I love Eno, man. He led the backfield in yards per attempt. And it's just, Cliff Kingsbury is not the one making the roster decisions. That's in large part why kind of Kime hired him, is so he could have all those decisions without feeling like the Bruce Arians kind of coming down your throat a little bit and telling you who's going to stay on, who's going to. Hello, that's for later. That's OnlyFans. So it kind of is what it is, and we do have Corey Clement, who's got some run in the NFL in his career, and Tyson Williams, who we saw last year with the Ravens, who he hasn't played with us at all yet. But he averaged 5.3 yards per carry in 2021. So I do think if Keontae, who's only had 14 rushing attempts, can't come in and improve on his 2.0 yards per rushing attempt, then I do think maybe Tyson Williams is someone who we might see next up in line. So that's kind of all I had to say on that one. What did you think of Hard Knocks, Jackie?
It's very interesting to see like the behind the scenes and the day to day of things.
Mhm.
But of course, things like that people kind of pick apart and blow up. Um, so we saw a lot of Kyler this, Kyler that. But my takeaway of it was, and I feel like TV shows do this where they like focus in on like one particular person, and that's like the focal point of like the
Yeah.
episode. So I think that focal point of the first episode was Buda Baker for sure. Um, we really got to see him like we know
Who
Buda's a
he
good
is,
player.
yeah.
Yeah, we know like we've seen his mic'd ups. We know he's a good leader, but man, I would run through a brick
Yeah.
wall. After watching that, I thought if Kime fucks this up and ruins the relationship between the Cardinals and Buda Baker, if he doesn't retire a Cardinal or just he leaves on a bad note, I'm going to fly to Arizona and fight him with fists.
Yeah, I said that I think last week as well. Is if there's one Cardinal who I'd love to be a lifetime Cardinal, aside from Kyler, because if Kyler's a lifetime Cardinal, that's probably good things,
Yeah.
are on the horizon. But it would have to be Buda Baker. He just seems like a well down to earth guy. It's awesome. His sisters can hopefully be going to ASU. But yeah, we buried the lead there. Buda Baker, who even on the episode, they said he's going to be missing time, shows up, gets the fucking basically the game sealing interception thanks to Isaiah, some help from Isaiah Simmons, which
And
him
almost
and
takes it to the house.
right. So on a high ankle sprain and all, and what they did say, I know a lot of people are like, well, Buda's out there on a high ankle sprain. And I've never seen anyone really come back off from a week, but they said he couldn't injure it anymore. So he must have had that bitch wrapped pretty tight. And that's kind of the difference between that and, let's say, a hamstring injury for Kyler. Kyler needs that mobility. We talked about it last week. He's not Kurt Warner. Sorry, Boomer Cardinal fans. Colt McCoy isn't Kurt Warner either. I saw a post on Twitter
Or
and someone
Carson
replying
Palmer.
saying, "Oh, I remember when Kurt Warner stole Matt Leinert's job. Maybe Kyler better walk." Like, get the fuck out of here.
And
This is
Matt
not a
Leiner
future
was a
Hall of
scrub.
Famer.
Matt
Right.
Leiner was a scrub. What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
I thought you were gonna say Matt Leiner was a slut. I'm like, what?
Well, yeah, that
Please
too. We
don't.
saw the hot tub pictures his rookie year fucking here. No, but you can definitely re-injure and a hamstring way more than I'm no doctor or anything, but they did say that Buda couldn't hurt his ankle anymore. It's all kind of about how can he handle the pain. And in Kyler's instance, he could tear that fucking hammy. You got to be careful with hammies. Those you tweak it a little bit, and it sounds like rumor has it that he tweaked it against Minnesota.
He actually explicitly said that today, apparently.
Did he? Okay, I missed that. Yeah, did he say that?
Yeah, I just got a
He
note
said it
on
in
my
Hard
phone.
Knocks too. Like he
Yeah,
said, like
and
it's my hamstring again.
Oh, did he say again? Okay, I
I
missed
think he
that
said
as well.
again.
Shit. Well, and if they do need to sit him out, we do have Colt McCoy, who he's shown he can come in and beat the
Beat the
Niners for
division.
one. Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's Jimmy Garoppolo over there. Anything can happen. We're in Mexico. I believe last time we were in Mexico against them, we beat them. So let's keep it rolling. Let's gain those fans. Even though I heard supposedly over 80% of the tickets being sold from America are from Niner fans or something like that.
Well, hats off to them. They don't pay child support or their speaking tickets, none of that shit, but they sure go to games.
And our buddy Brandon, who we were kind of talking about, shout out Brandon, who we were hoping to maybe get on tonight because he's going to Mexico City Friday morning. So we're going to try to maybe get him on next week. I don't know when he's going to be coming back or later on this year to talk about his experience. He's safe down there. What happens in Mexico stays in Mexico unless you fuck with the cartel.
Herpes.
Yeah, and that. So
that shit will come back with you.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a interesting game, and I said last week I won't talk about the P word until we win these next two games. We're halfway there. We win this week, we're kind of going somewhere.
What's the P word?
What? Yeah, let your imagination run. Okay, college teens, boy. What are you gonna say? But yeah. Oh! Here we go.
Real quick.
Great lead in. Go.
we just got off the topic of Buda Baker, so I do have to name him my big dick player of the game. I was going to give it to Colt McCoy, but man, you go from possibly missing 2 to 3 weeks to playing sideline to sideline, almost taking a pick to the house.
Yeah, you
deserve it.
Yeah.
In fact, he is my early candidate for Big Dick Player of the Year. So tune into the end of the year finale of the show, where I will be awarding a Big Dick Player of the Year.
I need to see that trophy. How big is that trophy going to be?
Let's just say it doesn't fit in my apartment.
Sure, I was going to say something about Will in college, but I'll leave that be. We'll just leave that for the imagination. Yeah. Anybody impress you guys? I know for me personally, with Byron Murphy out as well, Antonio Hamilton stepping in there, and basically helping.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp had a career low -1 yard. And I wanted to look it up. Kupp has to have his lowest career averages against us. It seems like last year we shut him down a couple times, at least once. And then this year he didn't really do too much. And obviously he got hurt. 3 catches, -1 yards. But going back to Antonio Hamilton, the Cardinals have 3 cornerbacks now who have played heavy minutes or heavy snaps. Antonio Hamilton, Marco Wilson, Byron Murphy, who are all under 65% completion percentage against, which is a really good sign. I would venture to say that's one of the best. I wanted to look it up, but fucking Football Reference made their advanced stats per player sortable through a paywall now. So I got to pay that. I can see advanced stats per players on each team and everything. But Byron Murphy, Marco Wilson, and Antonio Hamilton, hats off to all 3 of those guys. Even though Byron didn't play, Antonio Hamilton stepped up in there, and we saw Trayvon Mullins get 25 snaps last week, which is more than what he had in all the games combined this season. So good for him. That's kind of made that trade for him early on. And hopefully it's going to be paying dividends with some of this experience he's getting. And with Byron missing, I was worried there for a minute.
My cheeks were clenched.
Yeah, John Wolford back there, so you're not too worried, but it's still Cooper Kupp over there. And the Cardinals secondary, stood on their head for most of the game.
I don't trust anybody whose favorite wide receiver is Cooper Kupp, and I'm sorry. if Cooper Kupp is your favorite wide receiver, I want to know where you were on January 6th.
For fantasy purposes, I was a little pissed that he only put up 3 points for me, and now he's out. So thanks, Cardinals, for that.
What place are you in? What place are you in,
lost.
Jackie?
I think I'm 7th place now.
Okay.
I lost in fantasy by less than a point because fucking Taysom Hill didn't have any goddamn shit to do.
Oh, man.
Well, that's your problem. You're relying on Taysom Hill.
Well,
Mikey Cardinal. Sorry, I'm reading the chat right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of fantasy, here are my top 3 options on the waivers. I've got Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Marcus Mariota. What's my best pick here?
I would just go Aaron Rodgers. I dropped him last week. He had 3 TDs, so I don't know. You're kind of fucked, anyways. But
I'm reading the chat right now.
Yeah. Read the chat off. Let's do it.
I don't care about Will's fantasy team. Sorry, Will.
And it says,
I'm glad, Mikey Cardinal says, I'm glad we beat the Wolf of Tinseltown. So, Bobby, hit him up for episode titles. I like that. The Wolf of Tinseltown.
There you go. And another name I want to, kind of get off my chest to,
motherfucking Sanders?
Oh, that is a good one. That's not who I was thinking of, but yes, Majay with another sack. He's got 2
Majay's been like a stealthy good pick for us, man. He's been really solid this year.
Yeah, he played his most career snaps, and him and Cam Thomas both got a lot of run on Sunday. It's nice to see that getting not only getting pass rush, but I put a play out there last night to open the 4th quarter on 2nd down or 3rd down. When I believe he got that sack, and then there was a run play, and he had to contain the edge, and he contained it perfectly. He didn't bite. He stood right there, and the guy got 4 or 5 yards, but it was like 2nd and 15 or 16 or something like that. So that's definitely nice to see Majay doing more than even just rushing the passer, She did
The
well
go-
on Sunday.
the ghost of AJ Green appeared before us on Sunday too.
That was a shock.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't expect him to do anything for the rest of the year, much less get a touchdown. Side note, Robbie Anderson, that's a guy.
Oh, what did
I
he get?
saw
8 snaps?
it is really funny to me that we got him and he's doing nothing for us. I've also seen people who are like, Kai needs to pay for this. He cost us pick. Okay, first off, it's a 6th and a 7th. Calm the fuck down. We're
See,
getting about the
that's
same
what
level
you
of
guys can get on
production.
this show. 10 minutes ago, Kai was calling a bitch ass motherfucker, or Will was calling Kai a bitch ass motherfucker, and now he's over here. You're sticking to your principles, and I like that. You're not just being one sided. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you get what, a 6th, 7th rounder, so you can bitch
We're
and moan
getting
all
about
they
the
want.
same level of production, but I mean, yeah, it's not a good trade, but whatever. I mean, it's a negligible fucking thing. So
Yeah, who I was talking about before we jumped on my J was
sorry.
Rashad. No, you're good. Rashad Coward filling in at left guard. They were rotating between him and Cody Ford, and he stood out a lot more to me than Cody Ford did. I don't think Cody Ford was necessarily bad, but Rashad Coward, I posted a link to a pancake block that he had. He absolutely fucking destroyed a guy. And then on our first James Conner touchdown, he had a hell of a seal on Aaron Donald to basically lead the way, and Billy Price was able to get a lead block as well to make it an easy touchdown. But that was something we haven't seen. It felt like our offensive line, and it could have been a lot because of Colt McCoy, getting that ball at 2.13 seconds, which is fucking crazy fast. But to see someone who was on the practice squad 24 hours prior, he's in his 7th year. He's bounced around. He's made starts. So he knew what he had to do, and shout out to him. That's how you get more playing time, and that's how you get build some sort of trust, because you're not going to win games in the NFL if you don't have much trust in your offensive line if you're a quarterback. And Colt McCoy seemed to go into it as a game plan, getting the ball out quick. And while he did so, there weren't always guys in his face. The Cardinals' offensive line actually did a nice job. I thought Billy Price played a lot better. I think they had a sack on him, but I believe PFF had a sack on him. But rewatching the film, you have Aaron Donald lined up right over you as the nose tackle. Aaron Donald does a stunt. So you snap the ball. You're looking at Aaron Donald, a stunt, and a guy swung by him and Lacita Smith. So I don't know how much I put that on him. It didn't look good in real time, but I did think Billy Price played a lot better, and good for him, man. He got a lot of shit. I gave him a lot of shit. And then the only other thing I really, really want to touch on is, a couple weeks ago I vented about Rondell Moore's yards before catch against Minnesota. He had 0.7 yards before the catch against Minnesota. Against Seattle, 4.3 yards. And last week was 6.6 yards. Those last 2 weeks are his highest of the season, gradually each week after getting on at least 2 catches. So it's good to see that. We talked about that week against Minnesota. He had 9 catches or 7 catches, something like that, for 90-something yards, but it was mostly on those 2 big plays. And we were kind of like, hopefully Cliff can kind of see this and not call as many screens to him, because he needs to be out, even if it is 5 yards downfield. That's huge. You're getting him on the move. And that's something that I just want to give a shout out to, because that is something that has been a noticeable difference when rewatching these games, and even live when you're seeing them. You're not seeing Rondell just catching everything behind the line of scrimmage. So that is growth right there. And, hopefully we can keep it going on Monday.
Yeah, Rondale Moore is too good of a player to be relegated to a gadget player. I really, really want to see more in this offense for him, because he is a
That catch
great
was
player.
stupid. Holy shit.
Oh my
That
god!
catch was insane.
Oh, you should just get Big Dick nominees just for that alone.
That's true. I was really high on morphine when I saw that, so I was just casually looking at my phone, and I turned to my husband
I wish I was really high on morphine while watching that. That's for another date.
Yeah, I told the nurse, I'm like, hey, can I get a little something just to take the edge off? And she's like, sure, why not?
So
And I'm like,
what are our general feelings about this team following this win? Do you feel optimistic? Do you feel
Yeah, I'm not
cautious? How do you?
down and outer. I got people in my mentions all the time. If like this season's still over, bitch, I'm gonna take this 1 week at a time, and we're gonna
yeah.
see where we're at. I don't know how you feel, Jackie, but
This was a very refreshing win.
necessary.
We need the three ghosts to come visit Cliff Kingsbury and give him a decent game plan. That's all we need.
Like I've noticed with this game, and I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to why we won. It's not just Colt McCoy, he's the GOAT. Which, yeah, your backup quarterback did play well, but we didn't have a lot of pre-snap penalties. There wasn't any like shooting ourselves in the foot. We didn't turn the ball over. Defense played well and kept up with the offense, and I felt like the play calling wasn't too different than if Kyler was in, but it felt more like conventional football at the right times instead of just let's be cute here and try to be cute. It was just very conventional football, and I thought Cliff Kingsbury does own a pair of smart coach pants, and he fucking dusted those bad boys off and threw them on Sunday and called a conventional game, and that's how you do it.
And I noticed it mostly in the red zone. Just going back,
Yes.
James Conner's, I believe both of James Conner's TDs, or at least two of our three TDs, were from under center. Which is that something that just Kyler either isn't comfortable with, or Kyler just doesn't like being in. But we've talked about it in the past. It opens up so much more, especially kind of in the run game. So. That was good to see. So that's why I have confidence no matter who's back there. If Kyler's back there, that's our best. That's still our franchise quarterback. He's our best option any given week. I mean, Colt McCoy was leading us to 7-0 last year. And hopefully if Hollywood does come back, we're gonna finally see some fireworks from this offense. But this offense in 3 games since D-Hop's been back is averaging. We talked about it last week. They were averaging 28 points a game. They put up 27. So they're kind of slowly. It's not like a well-oiled machine or anything like that, but slowly but surely, it's kind of coming along. And I don't know what you guys think. I know Hard Knocks just started. Suns are about to start up. Do you guys want to get into pick'ems, or do we have what else do we got going on?
I don't have anything else to say, Jackie. You okay?
Yeah, no, we appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're going to turn on Hard Knocks, feel free to mute us a little bit, but. We're just going to kind of go over pick'ems. Last week, who won last week, Will? Do you remember who won?
Oh, shut the hell up.
You are like fucking Gus Fring standing over fucking Don Eladia.
We'll put in our group chat while I'm at work. He's like, oh, there's no way I lost this week.
Look at me, Hector.
Let me wait till I get home. I'll go through it. So I won last week 9-5. Will went 8-6.
I picked all the fucking upsets too. I am so pissed off.
Mikey, I have you at 6-7, so I missed a pick somewhere. So either you finished 6-8 or 7-7. But Bobo's 6-8, and then Marcos and Jackie were trying to stay away from the bottom. We'll just leave it at that. So
yeah.
Let's ride.
Jackie country, let's ride.
I'm so fucking mad. All right, we actually have a semi decent Thursday night football game for once. We got Titans Packers. Who you got?
Titans.
I'm going upset. I might be the Miller Lite, but I'm going Green Bay.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Tennessee Titans.
Oh my God! What the? Please tell me there are no females around you inside your dorm right now.
And if there were, they'd probably be jumping all over his ding dong.
Yeah, Teen Titans fucking rules, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know, man. It might be a little bit before my age. Sorry.
That's 04, man. Good.
04. I was a fucking senior in high school. I was old.
Okay, and?
What was it called? Teen Titans?
Yeah, dude.
Teen Titan.
Yeah, I'm not watching
fucking Robin, Starfire, all that shit. Yeah.
Joe says, please never do that again.
Thank you, Joe. We'll move right along.
I'll do what I want. All right. Opening up your Sunday slate of games, we got a real great game to open it up. We got Bears Falcons. Who you got?
We got suck and stink. I'm gonna say
Justin
the Bears.
Fields. Justin
He's looking
Fields is
good.
looking. Yeah. If you swooped him up in fantasy, you should have done that, Will. You should have swooped him up in fantasy about 3 weeks ago. That would have been a great.
Oh, he was gone 3 weeks ago.
I don't know.
Damn, so somebody knew.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody saw the potential.
He was on the waivers forever, and I'm kicking myself because I had
Chicago, and who? Atlanta. I am going ATL. I like being a contrarian.
Oh, we have Mikey in the chat also participating in pick'ems. So his first pick was the Titans, and now his second pick is the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons. Right. I'm sorry, the Bears have to win one eventually. I think it's going to be Chicago.
Didn't they win last week?
Nope.
Go Detroit, go!
That's right.
They lost by 1.
Justin Fields deserves better.
You got Carolina versus Baltimore. You guys laughed at me for picking Carolina last week.
Who did you get? Who did you pick? Chicago? You picked Chicago. Okay, Carolina. Yeah, you and your Carolina picks. You keep fucking hitting too, you motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say it's the Ravens as somebody that lives really close to Maryland. I love crabs and I love Old Bay.
Yeah, Panthers aren't beating Baltimore.
You're right, they're not.
Mikey goes Ravens.
All right. Browns, Bills. Who we got?
Oh, you got to go Bills.
Deshaun? Oh, wait, no, it's not. I was Deshaun.
It's week 11.
He can practice, I believe, right? He's not eligible just yet. I think week 13, maybe.
I think his first game back is against the Texans. I know that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
It's going to be snowy in Buffalo, so I'm going to say Buffalo.
Buffalo in the snow is like that's just perfect. Yeah, no, it's going to be Buffalo by a milli.
Yep, we all got them. Buffalo in the snow.
All right, we might have our first change up here. Commanders, Texans. Who you got?
I still got to go Washington. They're a good team. They're not, they don't do anything, flashy. It seems like, but that's a decent team. I'm going Washington.
I'm surprised Bobby ain't saying the Texans given their newfound player.
Even I know, right?
So I'm gonna say the Washington as well. Mikey in the chat says Bills for the last one and Commanders for this one. And Mac, I don't know if you were paying attention to our group chat, but Tex Arizona had said that you look like Taylor Heineke.
Okay, what was Taylor Heineke doing on the airplane? I saw like a headline of it.
Some bush lights.
More like Taylor Heineken, am I right?
I got my chain on, shirtless right now. I got some Miller High Lights in front of me, so yeah, you can call me Taylor Mackey.
Heineken. Taylor Heineken. It's right there.
Heineken.
There you go. Okay, so we had Washington. Who was after that?
Washington across the board, yeah.
Okay.
Colts, Eagles. Jeff Saturday versus the Eagles. The Eagles' cupcake schedule continues. Who do we got?
You got to still go Philly after their loss and losing Goddard. Then the Eagles have been so fortunate with lack of injuries this year. Like the Cardinals, it feels like last year, and then it kind of all balloons into one. I wouldn't put my money on Philly coming out of the NFC East, no matter how talented they might be. But I'm picking Philly here.
Yeah, no, it's gonna somehow still be inexplicably Tom Brady in the Super Bowl this year. That's just how it is. This Eagle team is fraudulent, but I don't trust Jeff Saturday and the Colts to get it done, so I'll say the Eagles.
You know what? Mikey says Eagles, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Coach. I'm gonna go with the call. Jeff Saturday.
Well, he the one thing about what he did is he installed that run game again. Jonathan Taylor pounded the rock for the first time seemingly since week 1. And I fucking traded him last week, so of course he was gonna fucking pop off.
Macaroni, what the hell are you doing?
Well,
What is he doing, baby?
You didn't pick him number 1, did you?
it's a keeper league, so I drafted him in the second
Oh.
round last year. I kept him for a second rounder this year, so I had to. So this year I would have had to keep him for a first rounder. So I figured I'd flip him. I got a handful of guys back, kind of some younger guys who I might be able to keep next year. Nothing great. I'm already out of it in that league. Fuck that. Fuck fantasy football, man. It's so
Right.
got the biggest variance of any fantasy.
On a tangent. So I was at the 6th seed, so I was, projected to be in the playoffs. So I thought I'm like a fucking running back away from like really blowing the doors out of this league.
Nice.
So I'm like, what do I do? I need to make a move. So I'm like, hey, this is Dynasty. So I'm like, hey, Kenneth Walker, 2 first rounds. Who wants it?
Ooh.
So I got Kenneth Walker, and he didn't do shit. And I lost. Now,
and then you lose Cup.
Back out of
Fuck.
it. And then I lose Cup. And then now this guy is like, oh, can I get Amon-Ra St. Brown? I'm like, yeah, for Josh Allen. I got some shitty quarterbacks too. I'm a mess.
Nice. Welcome.
All right.
Welcome to the mess of fantasy football.
Jets, Patriots.
Go New York, go. Jets, Jets.
Oh, I heard it. Heard it in your voice right there. You were fist pounding and everything, weren't you? I knew it.
It was.
I heard it.
Too.
I am gonna follow suit as well with the both of y'all and pick the Jets.
What do you mean the both of y'all?
Mikey and Jackie.
I'm not picking the Jets.
You're not Mikey.
We didn't say Mikey.
I know.
Or we didn't say William.
I know, but I'm also saying that I'm not picking the Jets. I don't trust the Jets versus Belichick, man. For whatever reason, doesn't matter what year it is, unless it's like the 2009 playoffs. He's always got their number. Yeah, I think it's the Pats this time.
Okay.
All right. We got a game that would have been great 4 years ago. We got Rams Saints. Who we got?
Rams.
So I can think. I'm going to say the Saints. Fuck the Rams.
Yep, I'm going New Orleans as well. Yep.
Ew, did you say New Orleans?
Orleans.
New Orleans, baby.
Come on, man.
New Orleans. That's some
I'm
Yankees
white. I live in Arizona.
There.
I still say Prescott. Hey, we're going to Prescott. And then I'm like, fuck, Prescott. God damn it. Fuck.
No, I say Prescott. I don't care. Fight me. It's It's always me, Prescott to me.
Get Dak Prescott. Make a play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bobbles, New Orleans. God damn it.
Mikey says Saints win.
Oh, okay.
Taysom Hill masterclass gets them over the Rams. I really need a Taysom. I need a Taysom Hill masterclass, please. I need it desperately. Lions Giants. Who we got?
Hey, baby. Hey. I just do not believe in the fucking Giants, so I am going, go Detroit, go!
That's who you're putting your... Okay.
Hey, I did it last week, and you laughed at Jackie and I, and hey, here I am. 1 win ahead of you this week because of Detroit.
Bitch.
Mikey says Giants. I'm actually going to say... I'm going to say it's the Lions.
Go New York, go! It's going to be the Giants, baby!
Sheesh.
All right.
Calm down, dog. You're fucking... Your roommates and shit think you host a New York podcast. Huh.
Lord. Nah.
You're like, yeah, how about those Yankees?
Some crazy porn.
The fucking... Oh, Yankees.
Wrestling porn. College Kings.
Fuck off.
Anyways.
We got a real killer game here, 4:05 on Fox. We got Raiders Broncos. Who we got?
Oh my God. Oh, that's fucking brutal.
I don't think I can imagine a much worse game, honestly.
I am going Denver only because my dumbass is still starting Russell Wilson in one league. Ugh, I feel gross even just saying it. Yeah.
There was a video I watched where like they said like, yeah, the Denver Broncos in the last few years have the most boring games ever, and they're all like 17-10.
Yeah, they're fucking awful.
Yeah, they're like the fucking missionary position of teams.
Well said. Well said. And now, what? Jared Judy might be out. Haven't kept up to date on that, but I saw he was a little banged up. Yeah, that just not a very good team. As much as I thought they were going to be decent to start the year.
They are the San Antonio Spurs without the results.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the Raiders. Mikey says Broncos.
Ooh, Vegas. Okay, I see you, Jackie. Who do you got, Will?
I saw Derek Carr cry on a press conference, so I feel sad.
It's not going to be fun either way. I want to say tie, but I know it's not going to happen, so I'm going to say Broncos.
Be a pussy. Jeez, pussy.
Well, I mean, if I'm a pussy, you are what you eat. So.
Hey, butthole. Let's roll. What do we got?
After that, we got the Fox NFL Game of the Week. Actually, it's on CBS. What the fuck?
Weird.
We got a little ditty called Cowboys Vikings.
This might be a good game. I go to the Vikings. It's fuck Dallas.
I was going to do the same thing. We know Will's going to pick Dallas because I didn't grow up when the Cowboys were good.
Hating the Cowboys, blah, blah. No, give me Kirk Thuggins.
I don't mind the Cowboys. I'm in college. I don't remember them winning.
I'm surprised this game hasn't been flexed. I'm going to say the Vikings.
Mikey says Vikings.
Okay.
Like I get the game.
Damn, across the board. Okay.
I get that the game at 8's like a rivalry, but I do not get for the life of me why this game has not been flexed. But
I have no idea what the Sunday night game.
Kirk Thuggins.
4:25. We got Bengals Steelers. Do we even
call him Kirk Thuggins?
Yes, I did. And then Mr. Rashad has joined the chat as well, and he said Kirk Thuggins.
Nice. Whatever, shot. What up, though? Okay, so you guys picked the Minnesota Dykes. So let's move along. Actually, we all did. So.
Okay, so we got Bengals Steelers.
Yeah. Do we even got Are we all in agreement?
Yeah. Mikey says Bengals. I say Bengals.
Bengals.
No, it ain't a gimme, man. Steelers are pounding that rock last week. We'll see. Get the bye week come off. Yeah, they need to stop throwing the ball.
Are you going for the Steelers? Is that what you're going to say?
I'm good. I'm going with
Cincinnati. I would like Najee Harris to not suck. Cincinnati.
All right.
The board, Cincy.
Sunday night football. We have a game that should definitely be flexed. We got Chiefs Chargers. Who we got?
You got to go fucking KC. Chargers are still down.
City, man.
Still down multiple, their 1s and 2 wide receivers.
And every single one of their wins is a Mickey Mouse win. So, yeah, got to be the Chiefs. All of this leads us to...
Mikey says Chiefs as well. Okay.
All of this leads us to Monday Night Football in Mexico City. Your Arizona Cardinals versus the soy latte drinking, the Silicon Valley, the crybaby liberal San Francisco 49ers. Who do we got?
I think the Cardinals are going to come out hungry. It's a tough one, man. It's not like the Giants or the 49ers have anything wrapped up either. They lose and they're 5-5. So a big fucking game. 49ers defense has been solid, holding teams to less than 500 yards over the last 2 weeks combined. 56 and 51 rushing yards each of the last 2 weeks. But I gotta go Cardinals, baby. Must win. Let's do it. I'm going Cardinals. It's going to be kind of a low scoring, though. It's going to be 22-17 Cardinals.
Okay.
I'm going to talk myself into that. If I was looking at just stats, though, I'd probably go Niners, but we're on a Cardinal podcast.
No, as Mikey points out, Cardinals are 12-4 in the last 16 games against the Niners. We have Kyle Shanahan's number. Jimmy G does not move the needle for me, although he is very hot. Hello.
He's overrated. He's
okay.
I think he's sexy. Anyway,
I don't trust women. There are people who think fucking Pete Davidson's hot, man. I don't trust what you people
and
think.
hey, bitch, fight me. Anyways, it's gonna be the Cards.
Real aggressive there.
I love me some Pete. Anyways,
Okay.
call me. I'm divorced. But I say it's the Cardinals 28 to 21.
Obama picks 28-18 Cardinals.
No.
Come on, dog. We know you're gonna say San Fran. Just do it. Just get it off your chest, bro.
Hey, Joe says, okay, I'm straight. I think Jimmy G is hot. See, a man of taste, a man of quality.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to be nice to Jackie. I know you guys do a show and you will make it all awkward and everything, but Jimmy G. I mean,
I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to like.
Cliff Kingsbury or Jimmy G, Jackie? Who?
Oh man.
Yeah. I heard the stutter. Cliff Kingsbury pre-Cardinals because now he's got those rings around his eyes and shit. He hasn't looked like he slept in like 3.5 years. Yeah.
He's got a little bit of like a lazy eye squint thing going on.
Hey,
that's still Jimmy G for me.
Hey guys.
What? He's gonna pick the Cardinals. Damn it, we're gonna lose.
Guess what?
What?
Cardinals.
200 on the ground.
Lose! We're gonna lose. 28-17 Niners.
That's all, folks. No. And if you guys jumped on here, I know we got the Suns game going on, Hard Knocks going on. Thank you, we appreciate it. But if you did jump on here halfway through and you do want to kind of start over, you can. When we're done here, the YouTube should start over, reload it, and in the first 5 minutes probably just be music. Just kind of fast forward up past that, and then you can kind of hear us. But next week, 7:30 again. We appreciate you guys hopping on with us. Like, subscribe. If any of you guys ever want to kind of join us, let us know. If you guys live out of state, we're always looking for Cardinal fans who, unconventional Cardinal fans, so to speak.
Love to hear stories.
Yeah, so shoot us a message. We'd love to
have everyone on here.
We're for the fans, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything more to say other than we're gonna lose. You guys wanna wrap it up?
Let's do it.
This has been another spectacular episode of the Redbird Redzone podcast. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing.
Yo. My government name is Jared McCauley, aka Mac. You can find me on Twitter, AZ Sports Fiend. That's FIEN. And damn, Rashad, you already got Jackie having wanted to hop in the DMs, man. It took me like 2 years of fucking following her to be able to hop in the DMs and ask her to be on here. I got you.
Yeah. My government name is Jacqueline Kate San motherfucking Diego. You can find me on Twitter at JSanDiego with 2 O's. And we're out.
This is a Max Hall production, and we are out.
Taking a shit right there.